Welcome to the fourth episode of This Week in the Bay. I'm your host and only person usually on the show. Today, we may have a guest. That would be great, but we're having some problems with the connection, so it's not certain that we will get our guest. That would be Max, my good buddy Max that we do baseball at its finest together, and we have a lot of fun. We were going to do a baseball at its finest episode instead, but we couldn't because problems with my phone. It's hard to explain. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry that I'm on a little late. It's because of my phone problems. I was trying to call him, didn't work. Here we are. I'm alone. If my phone works, then I will try to call him during the show, which would be a nice little treat for us. But let's get into what you're all here for. So, what do I do to start the shows? I recap you on my 2 leagues, then I talk about who I think you should pick up. Today I'm going to recap you on a 3rd league. It's not going to actually be a recap on a 3rd league, but at 6 o'clock today, I have a draft for a fantasy basketball league with one of my friends that's also in NSR, by the way. If you want to be in that NSR football league, there is still the extra team, a.k.a. the people at home. Spoiler alert, you guys won again, but that's a something for us a little later. Meanwhile, I took a large dub, 143-111, high scorer of the week. My dad finished second high scoring. I'm now in 3rd place in the league? Oh, I didn't know that. Shoo, I did not know that. That's awesome. I'm 3rd in the league. Whew. That's awesome. My brother also got an award because he had a 100-yard receiver and an 100-yard rusher in the same game. He took a 20-point win. His 100-yard receiver was T.Y. Hilton and Deshaun Jackson, and his 100-yard rusher was Zeke. Hashtag feed Zeke. But that's really cool. That's really cool, actually. Yeah, I'm in 3rd place. That's nice. I did not know that until just now, so that's good to know. This week I play the worst team in the league. He never checks. He's currently in 12th place at 1-3. That's the Fem time. It's my cousin. I'm projected to win by 7 points, as it is now, and I plan on increasing that lead. The thing that's really unlucky about playing him at this point in the season is because he never checks, he's very vulnerable to have a lot of players on bye. But I caught him in a week where he had 0 bye weeks. Well, there's only 2 teams on byes right now. It's just the Bears and, who are they? The Buccaneers. Shout out to the Bears. They're looking good. But, yeah, if I had caught him in a later week, let's take a look at his team, because we can do that. Yeah, he has a week 3, but what? No, that's projected points. Never mind. Oh, yeah, he had a week 4 bye. That was a backup, though. His starters, he has week 10, 12, 11, 11, 9, 10, 7. So, if I caught him in weeks 10, 11, or 12, or 9, anywhere 9 through 12, I would have missed a good player. His kicker is week 11, and his defense is week 10. So, yeah, it's right in the middle. I didn't get to play him around that time. I never really do because I don't know actually why, but my team's pretty good. I will say that. Projected 102 points. Let's see what's next. What shall I check? Oh, updates on the other league. This league was very upsetting to me because I lost to my brother. I don't know which is worse, that I lost or that it was to my brother. But the people at home move into 2nd place. People at home are 2nd in the league, 1st in NSR, 960 points for, 566 against. 2-game winning streak for them. Their second, Super Hot Fire, remains 3-0. They are first. Second is People at Home, only because the top two teams have to be from separate divisions. Third is Young Pooty P. That's my brother. He's also at 3-0. It's really sad for him because he's at 3-0. He's at 3-0, but there's a team ahead of him that's not 3-0. And then Papi Chulo is 2-1. He beat the Undefeateds this week to move up into 4th. I'm in 5th. I'm 1-1-1, as is the Undefeateds in 6th. That's Max, who I've been trying to call, but can't because my phone is broken. So, then 7th, you have Anthony's team at 1-2, but looking to make a move, Reggie Barr, picking up their first win. And then the teams that are really bad are Taylor's team. I don't think he's ever checked. And then the Scrub Club, obviously. 32 points for, 989 against. That is very bad. Okay. Now, just letting you know. No, I'm not even going to let you know. That's pointless. Let's go to my first leg. My first legu. Let's check out who in this league you should pick up, drop, or trade. I remember I was thinking about this podcast a lot over the weekend, even though I ended up not planning on doing it and substituting it for a different podcast because there's some guys who I was like, dang, this guy's not picked up. He should be. So, one of the guys I said that about was my man Andy Dalton. I said that because he was on my team. And I think he's a great underrated quarterback. That if you're looking for a guy to chip in, especially during a bye week, now that we're getting into that part of a season, he's a good guy to put there. Another guy, Jeff Swaim. It's a nice guy you can stick in your lineup at tight end. I'm not really in the market for a tight end. I always draft very high tight ends. For example, this year, my tight end is Mr. Travis Kelce, and it's my third time having him in 4 years. The other year, I didn't have him. I had Gronk. So, yeah, I'm big on tight ends. You only get one of them, so you gotta make it count. I actually do. That's one of my favorite parts of my drafting philosophy, is making sure I grab a good tight end, because there's some things that I do, I'm like, that's just stupid, man, what the heck. But drafting a tight end early in the draft, there's only about 6 premier tight ends. I'm gonna check this out. Like, there's a point where there's a cutoff from it's a cutoff. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have like the premier tight end. You have Kelce. You have Ertz. You have Gronk. Yeah, it's just those 3, I'd say. Maybe Jimmy Graham. Maybe Kyle Rudolph. Then you have the other guys who are pretty good, like Jared Cook, currently leading the tight ends. Leading the tight end that is leading the league. Leading all tight ends in fantasy points. George Kittle also being very good. Eric Ebron's been solid enough. Jesse James has been decent. Trey Burton had a great game, but other than that, has not been very good. Those kind of guys. So I think it's very important to draft a top tight end, and I have done just that this year. Travis Kelce, second best tight end in the league. I picked him up. My dad has Jared Cook, but I'm not looking for Jared Cook. Now, maybe you're thinking, Drew, you wasted your pick. You could have drafted 3 rounds farther back and picked up like a good running back, because we all know running backs are important in fantasy football. But I don't think so, because even though I could have very easily slid back a couple of rounds, took Jared Cook, and had the best tight end in the league, I don't it's not that I don't want Jared Cook. It's just, you know when you have that feeling, it's just like, I gotta have a premier tight end. I don't care if he's not the best. Like, it's almost like, you know that, like, who should I take? Let's take O.J. Howard. He's a pretty good tight end. You're like, okay, so I know that O.J. Howard has a bunch of matchups. He's not gonna be playing. He could get a similar amount of fantasy points to Gronk because, I don't know, O.J. Howard's not good enough. Let's take Jared Cook, I guess. He's leading the league on fantasy points. I know Jared Cook is not gonna, Jared Cook might get more fantasy points than Gronk this year. But there's something about having a guy like Gronk or Zach Ertz or Travis Kelce that just makes you feel comfortable knowing that you have a premier tight end. I don't know if it's just me. I kind of feel the same way at running back. I was really stupid in the draft. Let's see. I think I can find my draft here. Yeah, I found the draft. Okay, here we go. So, first round, I took my man's DeAndre Hopkins at the 7 spot. I don't think that's a good pick. I could have taken Melvin Gordon. I think I should have taken Melvin Gordon. Now, I'm kind of reluctant to have taken who I did. And then, oh, nope, that's not my team. That's my friend's team. I took Travis Kelce in the 2nd round. First tight end of the draft. Travis Kelce, 2nd round. Next tight end that was taken was Gronk, 9th pick, 2nd round. Next tight end after that was Zach Ertz, 9th pick, 3rd round. So, you can really see where I used my higher pick, and then I got Juju in the 3rd round. I like Juju in the 3rd round. Most people don't. My big problem, though, was I was in the 4th round. I was planning to take Kenyon Drake as one of my running backs. Pick before me, he got taken. So then I'm scrambling. I take Marquise Goodwin. I love Marquise Goodwin. I wouldn't trade anything for him. Kind of. It's not exactly true. I'd trade a 1st round pick for him. But, he's a really good player, and I'm happy to have him on my team, but I didn't plan on drafting him. And because of that, I had 3 wide receivers and a tight end before I picked a running back. Then I was really scrambling to get a running back. I'm looking through. Who could I get? I was like, no, I don't think I should get LaShawn McCoy. He's in some hot water right about now. Jay Ajayi, not feeling it. Carlos Hyde, probably should have taken him, just didn't see him. Then I end up taking this guy I really probably shouldn't have taken, Derrick Henry. He's not that bad. I just don't think I should have taken him. Wasn't the right spot to take him. I think, yeah. And then Marvin Jones was the pick before me. I think I was looking at Marvin Jones, but I knew I couldn't draft him. So that was that. Then it only went down from there because then it started spiraling. Next round, I got Jimmy G, who we now know is out for the season. Round after that, took Jacksonville's defense, which looking like a really good pick right about now. Then I took Kerryon Johnson, busted the draft, dropped him after week 1. Then I got Jared Goff. That was my best pick of the draft. I got him in the 9th round. 10th round, I took Graham Gano. I like kickers. I don't even care that he was the first kicker taken. I could have taken Patrick Mahomes if I didn't want Graham Gano. Man. Then I took Chris Thompson in the 11th round. I'm annoyed now, though. I turned down him. Then I took Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron being my backup tight end. Keelan Cole was in the 13th round. Jesus Christ. Then I took Randall Cobb. He might have been my steal of the draft, but I didn't really use him. I dropped him very quickly. Then I took D.D. Westbrook. He was a good pick, but I dropped him quickly too. Oh, no, I traded Randall Cobb. Then I took the Giants defense in the last round. So, Calvin Ridley was the 2nd last pick of the draft. As I've read through this, I've realized there was a lot of guys that I passed up on that could have been very good for my team if I had decided I don't need the Giants defense. Give me Calvin Ridley. I would have 10 more fantasy points every week. Let's be real. If I had not felt the need to take a backup tight end in Eric Ebron, could have ended up with Keelan Cole and improved my receiving core there. If I, where's my next one? Oh, if I had not needed Graham Gano and could have moved his pick back around, I could have snatched Patrick Mahomes. I also probably shouldn't have drafted Jimmy Garoppolo in the 6th round because at that point, everybody else either had a quarterback or didn't plan on getting a quarterback for a very long time. So, that was probably a bad pick. There's nobody really here that I need, but it's not a great pick. Oh, I was going to get Matthew Stafford, and he got drafted right before my pick. Then I was scrambling to find a quarterback. And when in doubt, draft a Bay Area player. That's a terrible strategy because they all suck. Then, Derrick Henry's a bad pick. Should have grabbed Sean McCoy. Even though he's in hot water, he's still a better running back than the Tennessee Titans, who are the worst 3-1 team of all time. Not even this year. Kenyon Drake, I really want to hear him. That's my excuse for the Marquise Goodwin pick. And then should have grabbed Joe Mixon, but I later oh, never mind. Juju's fine. So yeah, first 3 rounds I'm pretty happy with. Travis Kelce might have been a little bit of a reach for him, but I like what I'm getting out of him. Really problem was Christian McCaffrey's 2nd round. He was on my draft board too. Jordan Howard was the pick before. There's so many guys that I wanted drafted right before me. Okay, I realize I've gone way over, and this is probably the longest episode I've had, and yeah, I haven't even started talking about what I'm supposed to be talking about. By the way, Rockies scored 1st inning. Good for them. Arenado sac fly. Nice. That's the only one you're gonna win. Scoring run. Let's talk about the actual transaction trends. Okay, now who would I drop other than Ryan Fitzpatrick because he officially has been benched, and Will Dissly because he's on the IR, which is sad. I love you, Will Dissly. I would most likely drop the Cleveland defense to all y'all's in 20-person leagues where every defense in the league is taken. Make that not the case because Cleveland defense just gave up 42 points to the Raiders. The only team who should be more embarrassed about that is the Raiders giving up 42 points to Cleveland defense. Actually, to be fair, the Cleveland did a better job than the Raiders because 7 of the Raiders' points were on a pick 6. So really, the Cleveland defense gave up 38 points while the Raiders defense gave up 42. Raiders defense, pick it up. Okay, so, who am I going to trade away? I had a good player, but I didn't really need him. I'm going to try to trade him away, right? So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, who am I trading away? I'm trading a man. This man, not that good, must admit. Pretty sure he's lost the starting job and the whole career. He couldn't run with the Raiders. Why would he be able to run anywhere else? The answer? Because the Raiders suck! But that's not the case with this guy. Latavius Murray is no longer the starter. Dalvin Cook is. Why would you need Latavius Murray? He's a big name. Other people know who he is, which means the asking price is going to be higher than it should be. So, why not seize the opportunity and trade him above Marcus Price? You can get somebody back that I'm about to talk about, because that's what I do next. I'll talk about who you should acquire. That would be a guy like Geronimo Allison at receiver, Anthony Callaway also at receiver. Tarek Cohen's looked good recently. Ted Ginn, fine. But mostly Aaron Jones. He's the running back. Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones. You gotta get a Packers running back because I know what you're thinking. The Packers have Aaron Rodgers. Why the bleep would they run the ball? I didn't curse there. I just felt like saying bleep. The answer is this man named Aaron Jones. This other man named Jamal Williams. Now, Jamal Williams is actually on a team in this league, so I can't really pick him up, but I probably should pick up Aaron Jones right about. Oh, I already have a transaction pending for Aaron Jones. That's why. But, yes, Aaron Jones, very good player. use him as a spot, especially at this point when you need to replace somebody in a bye week. He's a great guy to put in there. Let's get to our other league. I'm going to do this pretty quickly because I know I've gone way over time. You don't want to listen to me talk for half an hour because I have a weird voice and I'm talking in a really weird voice right now. So, poor Tyler Eifert. Yeah, this league dropped him a ton. He's been dropped very much. But the guy I think you should pick up in this league, two guys actually. D.D. Westbrook, good solid player. He's clearly showing he and Keelan Cole are the two top receivers on the team. They're both good picks. I already picked up Keelan Cole, so he's not showing up here. That's how this thing works, but he's still a good player. The other guy I think you should pick up is the guy by the name of Vance McDonald, former Niner. Just Niner, actually. He's currently on the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he is shining, along with Jesse James, who also doesn't show up here because I believe I picked him up, but if I didn't, somebody else did. Julian Edelman, solid pickup. Aaron Jones, also on here. Two guys you should pick up. I like them. Jesse James is a free agent. You should pick him up too. Don't pick up Blake Bortles. It was one good week. He's about to play the Chiefs. Actually, Chiefs? Pick up Blake Bortles for this week. I don't care. You might want to drop him after this week, but this week would be nice. This week would be nice. So, now let's get to your drop-able. Let's see, who are you dropping other than poor Will Dissly because he's on the IR, or anybody else on the IR? Tyler Eifert. Fitz, of course, lost his starting job, so that's why you drop him. I would probably, it's hard to say because the Chargers defense, obviously, is still solid defense, and they're playing the Raiders this week, but we saw them give up 27 points to a Niners team who is starting C.J. Beathard. Who? Exactly. C.J. Beathard. So, it's hard to say, but really not play well. Cleveland's defense has never been good. Why would it be good now? That's all I have to say about Cleveland's defense. One last person, I think I would drop Peyton Barber. I just felt like saying Peyton Barber. He's on a bye week, and he was never that good. I had to pick him up because my team is doo-doo. But you should probably not have Peyton Barber looming around your team. I'm going to pick up Nick Chubb and drop Peyton Barber right now while I am on air because I don't like Peyton Barber, and I do like Nick Chubb. He went off this week. If I know I didn't mention him to be picked up, but he definitely should be. Shout out to Nick Chubb, running all over my Raiders. Ooh, congratulations for getting your first win. Appreciate it. You're trying to go somewhere this year? Nah. But that's okay. We got you. I just picked him up. While I'm at it, for a while now, I've had this problem where I drafted both Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones. Know what you're thinking. What? There's no, actually, you probably don't know that, but I'm just gonna stop. But basically, you're probably confused what the problem is with him. And the problem with having either of them is that there's two players on the same team. That makes it's a weird thing to be said. It makes it very hard to root for one of them if you're watching a game. Because, I mean, I guess you can be like, hey, throw it to one of them. Yay! Throw it to one of them. But that's kind of hard. And other than that, you're just going to be like, man, one of them's not going to have a good game. Shoot, I need both of them to have a good game. When I lose by one, it's going to be because I started two players on the same team. Now, if there's any team I was going to do this for, it would be the Lions. Because, actually, never mind. It wouldn't be the Lions anymore because I was about to say because every other team in the league has this thing called a run game, but the problem is the Lions do too. Shout out. Kerryon Johnson, I dropped you. Respect though. I drafted you for a reason because I was one person who knew who you were, in college. So I had the knowledge to pick you up so I could later drop you. Or to draft you so I could later drop you. So it's a double negative or a double positive. I'm not really sure which. Anyways, I just dropped Marvin Jones and picked up Jordy Nelson. I don't really plan on starting him except for when somebody's in a bye week, as Kenny Golladay will be next week, which is the other problem, that they have the same bye week for sure. Now, last thing I'm going to do, people in this league that deserve to be traded. Traded players in this league. Okay, the guy you should trade away is this guy named Dalvin Cook. He kind of sucks buns. Minnesota. I know I literally talked earlier about trading away Latavius Murray because he's officially the backup to Dalvin Cook. But Dalvin Cook has not been sufficient either. And if you're trading him to somebody, especially somebody who's looking and they're like, oh, well, this guy's expected to get 14 fantasy points. Wow, that's impressive. They're going to be like, oh, I want this guy. I'll give you my second round pick. And I'm going to be like, ha, you got screwed over because this guy might be expected 15 fantasy points, but he's going to get like 3. So have your guy who's going to get you 8 points in 4 weeks. Meanwhile, I'll just take your second round pick, a la Leonard Fournette. I know he's injured, but he's better than Dalvin Cook, even while injured. Next guy, the guy I think you should be trading for is Le'Veon Bell, because this man, I don't know if you heard it, but he is expected to make his return because of some kind of financial thing where he basically can't hold out any longer or he'll go broke. He must have, never mind, I'm not going to say that. But yeah, he's coming back apparently. So you got to trade for him before the news catches up to the rest of the people. And he can be a good pickup for you. Thank you so much for listening. I am very sorry about the length of this. And I apologize that, you had to listen to all 25 minutes of me talking in a weird voice. 27 minutes of me talking in a weird voice. It's gonna be 28. I'm gonna check one last time to see if I can call Max. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go. I have a homework and other stuff. Homework's not really important. Mostly the other stuff's important. But, we're at 28 minutes here. This is the longest episode, except for the first one that I've done. So thank you so much for listening in. I appreciate it greatly. It means a lot to me that you decided to spend your time on this random Tuesday afternoon with me, and you actually wanted to hear me talk. I apologize for my weird voice. I don't know. I really enjoyed myself today. I definitely can say that. I really did enjoy myself today. Just a little thing. Rockies up 1-0, end of the first, but I really enjoyed this episode. Almost might be my favorite episode that I've done so far. I liked the last episode with the music. I liked the first episode with the draft, but I really liked this episode equally, talking about my draft. And it is really funny to see all these hidden stars that I missed up on. But thank you so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Hope to have you listen in again. As always, leave something in the comments if you want me to hear it. I love reading comments. And lastly, I would like to just give a shout out to a couple people. It's going to be around 30 minutes, but I like to give a shout out to all my friends and family that have made this so fun for me to do 3 podcasts a week. I'm thinking about starting a 4th one called Speaking Mind that I would do Sunday mornings, where I just say whatever I'm thinking about. It would be all sports. Tell me if you want me to do that podcast or not. The last thing I'm going to say, as usual, if you want to be in the fantasy league, let me know down in the comments. I would love to have you in the fantasy league. Now we're at 30 minutes. Good night. Ah, dang it. Now that didn't work. I was trying to get to exactly 30 minutes. But now that we didn't, bye. Thank you for listening so much. Sorry about that.